Hey guys, Bobby here, and this probably looks a lot like some of my much older videos. That's because right now I'm busy editing a couple projects, one of which required me to get a camera, this new camera up here, on my bigger computer, not the busted laptop, so that I can run with proper audio processing with a nicer mic. This doesn't work with my iPad, so sorry if that's actually making a lot of noise. I just realized that. But this doesn't work with my iPad, at least not yet. More gears coming in that'll do that. So this is just for a couple projects I'm working on. I feel comfortable enough to announce them. Coming soon, and by soon I mean in February, we got a few surprises. The first, you may have seen me on the Drunk GM podcast before. It's been in video format. You may have just heard me because it's mostly a podcast. It also used to be The Many Savage Worlds. Well, they've officially merged with the GM's Table. They are now a show on our network. They're still going to be a podcast, but video content wise, they're going to be here and they're going to be here exclusively. On top of that, along with Dan from the Drunk GM podcast, as well as some of my other buddies who you guys are going to get to know even more if you weren't following my Let's Play stuff, we're putting out Swayed Cast. Yeah, we're putting out a podcast dedicated specifically to the newest edition of Savage Worlds. We figure the launch of the new edition was a really good time to just go do a podcast and get it much more focused. On top of that, yes, even more stuff. On top of that, we have an actual play we've been in production for about a month. Originally, we were gonna this year release an actual play called Savage Adventures, but with the new edition of Savage Worlds coming out and finding out that so much of the rules changed, the first 4 episodes just wouldn't have worked with our conversion going on. We could have converted and all that, and it would have been a slog. So we just went, you know what? If we're playing Swayed, we're just gonna end that. That's in the can. If you're a patron, yeah, obligatory link down in the bottom. Those are available to the patrons. The first 3 episodes, I believe, were completely finished there if you want to see a show that never got off the ground. Or by see, I mean here, because it was specifically a podcast. Well, from that, things kind of sprung up. They evolved. We were trying to figure out what to do. And now we're producing a Monster of the Week actual play coming. This is going to be a podcast. This is going to be in video format. This is what I'm really excited for because it's actually the first campaign in a new show called The Game Table, which will be where all our actual plays go. In addition to this Monster of the Week, Savage Tales is coming back, but in a different form where any of the ones that come out good enough that I think they're good enough to put up on video, of the one-shots we're going to be running every other week from all of those great jump starts that came with Swayed. That's where we're starting with them. They're going to show up there too. We're currently working our way through all the jump starts, and we're going to do one-shots for each and every one of them. So if you want to see how one of the jump starts kind of functions in actual play at a table, over time, those are all going to be there. Right now, we're voting on the ones we're more excited to do, so we can get those out. Those are also the ones we're hoping other people are more excited to do. Wise Guys is coming back, guys. But with all of that, with so much stuff to announce, there's one other thing. I don't have my button on me. It's on my jacket. But GM Table merch is out. I've actually had my hands on some of this stuff for a couple weeks now. I'm still kind of refining the Zazzle page, which is where we're selling all this stuff. But yeah. Oh, over here. This, my bald head, this is a GM Table hat. This is the first proof. We're probably actually going to tweak it a little bit. But as of right now, this one's still available. GM Table logo, let's roll. Nothing on the back. We're shifting some stuff around. There's also buttons, a GM Table, my level up button. We did stuff as stickers. And I wanted to give a good time trial on the stickers because they were the ones I were most worried about because they're like $5, but you get a sheet of 20 of them. But I've had them on my phone, on my iPad. These things are durable. And I touch the back of my iPad. I have it on the back of my phone constantly. They haven't rubbed off at all. No ink transfer. Nothing's faded. So I actually feel real confident in the stickers now, which is why I hadn't talked about them yet. They also come in level up with an explosion behind a whole bunch of stuff. we're offering there. So if you want to check that out early before we go, hey, it's on the website, we're shifting the website, all of that stuff, you can. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo. Speaking of links, on top of the GM Table Patreon, I already plugged it, we actually have an official sponsor. And yes, I am part of the company that's officially sponsoring it, but it's not just me. And we agreed to do this. But Game Masters for Hire, which is a collective of GMs that all work together, so we all put out top quality games. We've heard horror stories of paid GMs that kind of hold your campaigns hostage, that refuse to finish them, so you keep paying them and stuff like that. People who get flaky. We don't do that. We don't honor that. We don't put up with that. We fire people for allegations of that. But we are putting out a company, Game Masters 4, the number 4, Hire. I'll have the link invisible here. .com. Right now, it's going to take you to a Patreon, which we're actually just using for billing, because it's the easiest thing for monthly billing, so our webmasters have the site finalized. That's been up and running for a few months now, actually about 4 months. That's where my ETU campaign is. I've been handling a D&D 5th edition campaign there, and our other GMs are still refining what they want to put out there, but we're getting ready to do Savage Saturday one-shots. We're getting ready to have some Fate games. I think we're going to get some Powered by the Apocalypse games there, and we also have, they are a little more, but we have a, you pick the game, you pick the setting, all of that. We run it, we create it, we make custom games for you and whoever you want to bring to the table. Everything else is kind of ticket based. Depending on how much you donate, you get so many tickets a month, and those tickets you turn in, or you may have reserved so many tickets for ongoing campaigns, stuff like that. So you can buy multiple seats at a table, or at multiple seats at multiple tables, all kinds of options. Again, right now we're on Patreon, so we're a little limited on our structure, but that's all coming with the big site reveal. Anyways, I know this wasn't a review. I actually planned on reviewing Worldwide Wrestling RPG with, Sergeant Slaughter. He's coming back, guys. He's coming back for that, but I wanted to really take my time because that character has been asked to return more than anything else on my channel. So if I'm having him in a review, I want it to be good. Next week, not a review, because if you guys haven't noticed, every other week has been a crash course or Savage Worlds for Beginners. So next week is going to be the final crash course in Savage Worlds for Beginners. At that point, moving forward, I'm going to look at whether or not it's better to do a crash course for another system, just real quick, one episode so we can spread things out, or we're just going deep into that Suede stuff. We're going to start digging into the mechanics and teaching you guys all the intricate stuff. So if there's a question you have about any specific thing in the book, hopefully within a few months, we should have all of it covered. But with that, I will catch you guys later. Bye.